All right, welcome back here to 102.5 The Game. Special guest now at the table, and I will tell you this, Willie, right now, and I've told people at the station this, my all-time favorite SEC quarterback, the Jay Barker. Jay, welcome.
Well, thank you. And I'm going to be on your show anytime you want. I appreciate you saying that. Thank
Absolutely. And when we talk about that, you just got finished interviewing Nick Saban.
Yeah.
And we heard the crowd probably 2 miles down the road. I mean, his legendary status grows.
Rock star.
Each and every, yeah.
It is rock star. I mean, it's some coaches have that that it about them, and that they carry themselves well. But he takes it to a whole new level. And even like when Coach Stallings was here, and other coaches that I've been around before, I've never seen anybody that knows how to capture that whole deal. And I said, "Do you ever get sick of this?" He goes, "No, I love it." He goes, "I get to come and meet with 1,200 of my best friends and answer some questions or whatever else." But and he's to be a guy that's not great and big in stature, he has a great carry about himself, and he just, when he walks into a room, he kind of takes it over, and everybody kind of gravitates toward that. And I'll tell you, from day one when I met him and been around him, it's funny. He understands that whole rock star deal. I mean, how to create that persona and with the state troopers and everything else to walk in. He knows how to do it. People love it.
It's amazing watching that and seeing what he's done. Let me ask you this, Jay. A college coach told me about Nick Saban, says he doesn't want to be your friend. He just wants to beat you, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. Is it?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not the coziest guy that's going to become your best friend. And, some coaches you can have a great camaraderie relationship with. I've told people at times I've always felt like I've had a better relationship with the Auburn coaches than I have with Nick Saban at times. And it's not because of anything. I mean, I go to all of his golf tournaments. He and I talk. Yeah, we have a cordial relationship that's really good. We discuss things, but it's not like come over to dinner or whatever else, hang out. Where like other coaches will sit down and it'll be a lot of back and forth and guys I've had a chance to get to know and that's his persona. That's just the way that he does. And I've always said I think he's an introvert in an extrovert's job, because I really don't think he likes all this as much as he likes just being in a film room, watching game tape, getting ready for a game, and wanting to beat you. He loves that fact that being able to do that and really change a kid and see them grow as a player and develop through his process and to become champions.
We're talking with Jay Barker, former Alabama quarterback. Now, with that being said, I got to talk about you for a little bit there. I mean, I see people walk by and they see Gene Stallings take a picture. Mm-hmm. You're just as much as a rock star as these other guys. So does it ever get old for you?
I mean, no, it never gets old. I mean, for anybody that's been removed from it for 20 years, I mean, you're just happy they recognize you, I guess. But being around this and staying in radio and stuff has kept me very connected to the fan base and to the community, and I love it. But it's fun. I mean, it's so funny because like the kids will come up, but you can kind of hear their dad going, yeah, he did play. Go ahead. That's him on that picture right there. They have no idea who I am, but they'll come get my autograph because I played at Alabama. It's funny.
Jay Barker is with us, former quarterback for Alabama, now sports talk show host at WJOX, and you also got a chance to talk to A.J. McCarron. Tell us about his personality as you've gotten to watch him up close, talk to him, because we see him. Does a great job on the field, and now his accolades speak for themselves, especially with his accomplishments. But tell me something about him that maybe people wouldn't know.
You know what? We're going to find out more about him today than ever, because he's always been closed off to the media. Not himself, but the way that they handle the media at Alabama. They've always been very careful. That first national championship run that they had, I mean, he just did not talk at all to anybody. We didn't have him on the radio. Wow. And it's kind of their philosophy is to kind of protect that and make sure that guys aren't putting themselves in bad situations, and they want one voice, and that one voice is Coach Saban. We never hear from their assistant coaches. You don't hear from the players that much, except for now this year, AJ being a senior, or some of their leader guys. I let those guys do interviews, but everybody else is pretty much, they're going to go do their thing, watch film, and just win football games, and all that will take care of itself. But what I sense about AJ and what I've always said about him is he loves the game of football. There's a lot of quarterbacks and players that get into the situation where this is such a tough, pressure-cooking situation as a quarterback at Alabama, to where they almost get to where they hate it. He doesn't. He loves the spotlight. He loves the game. He's a gym rat, gets in there, watches film all the time. He's graduated from college, so he's got a lot of opportunities to do that. I know for sure that he'll play at the next level. I think he's going to do very well at the next level. He's a very talented quarterback. And then he's got so much going on as far as with Catherine Webb now.
Yeah.
All that stuff going on. And she's a great girl. She's smart as can be. I mean, she really is. I mean, everybody said 15 minutes of fame, and she's taken that whole ordeal And because she's smart and she's beautiful and she can go out and do those type of things and really make something of it, and she's doing great.
Kind of like myself.
Exactly.
We'll talk with Jay Barker, for Alabama legend in my eyes. Here's a point question, direct. Does Alabama repeat?
Three-peat. I asked Coach Saban that. I said, I hate to even ask you this question. I said, but the fans ask, the media ask, does three-peat ever come up in the conversation? And he said, we don't even talk repeat. We talk about the next game. And then that's all coach speak. I get that.
Right.
But to think about a team winning 3 in a row is unbelievable. 3 out of the last 4 has been phenomenal. I mean, the state of Alabama has gone 4 straight years of winning the national championship. Can we make it 5? Do you know how? I mean, and I'm saying this, rhetorically, I guess. But you look at as far as how hard it is to win 1, much less win 2.
Yeah.
Now to win 3. I mean, how tough that is as a quarterback to go out there and be as good as AJ's been, to not have the injuries that, 4 or 5 different plays are going to make a difference in the game. Last year, Alabama had many chances where if Georgia just completes the pass, it's not tipped, they didn't catch it, they may score, and then they're going to the national championship instead of Alabama. So many things got to happen. That's why it makes it so tough to say, yeah, they're going to definitely three-peat. I hope they do. It'd be awesome to watch. It'd be great for us on radio.
Yes, it would.
It is pretty amazing to think about how much, especially down here, people are already thinking about that matchup on opening day, but
Sure.
especially the matchup with Texas A&M, given that was the team that figured them out last year. In your mind, how much do you think they will adjust, know more about Johnny Manziel, and be able to contain him as that game approaches?
I can't imagine that they haven't already been working on that a ton. And from a coaching standpoint, and even going back and looking at teams that did contain him, what were some of the things they did schematically to really help defend him and make him ineffective? And it's tough because he's such a great player. I mean, forget about all the stuff off the field. And at times I think the media has been a little tough on him. He's 20 years old. I mean, I promise you, if we'd had Twitter and stuff when I was playing and my teammates,
yes.
Wow. I mean, it'd been like, it'd been tough. But hopefully he gets some of that stuff worked out, grows up, and, can get off the field stuff doing as well as he's doing on the field. But, yeah, I think, I love the fact we're playing Virginia Tech that first game because it gives us that mental edge to make sure we're focusing just on them, and then we'll take 2 weeks to get focused in on Texas A&M. But I got to think leading up to that, there's probably a lot of film work that's been going on trying to figure out how do we stop this guy.
Last question, we'll let you go. July 20th is special for me. It's my brother's birthday.
Yeah.
They landed on the moon. Jay Barker's birthday.
My birthday, too. Yeah, it sure is. Coming up 41. I can't believe it.
I feel like a stalker, Jane. I apologize. I apologize for that.
You just
man.
Wikipedia that, didn't you? Yeah.
No, I know that.
Did you? Okay.
I played at Samford.
Okay.
And your mother was
my
the
mom was
football
there.
secretary.
Yeah.
So many years
ago.
ago.
And she was there as Terry Bowden's secretary, and Jimbo Fisher was there at that time, and Tommy Bowden, and all those guys hung around.
Wow.
And it was a great time. And, she was the secretary. We used to go to the beach when I was a kid. And every year we had to go down for 1 week because she was doing secretarial work for the coaches. So we'd stay at the Fountain Blue, and it was Bobby Bowden and all the Bowden clan on one side of the beach, and me and my mom and my dad and my sister would be on the other side, and we'd interact with them a little bit, but it was awesome. That's a great family.
Good time back then. Jay, thank you. I know you're busy, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Joe. Appreciate it.
Former Bama quarterback Jay Barker right here on 102.5 The Game.